Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Career Culture. Welcome if you're new here. I am more than happy to have you. Today I'll be talking about why I left my job at a fintech startup to pursue a corporate job at a worldwide asset manager. You guys want to know the tea, you want to know what's happened, you want to know why. That's the question I've been getting asked most. Why would you go from a startup to a corporate firm when usually people go from a corporate firm to a startup? And I guess that's what I'm here to explain. Remember to smash that subscribe button, give your girl a massive thumbs up, and let's get into it. So the first reason why I decided I needed to change my career pathway was because of pay. Going into finance and banking straight out of uni as a graduate, you get paid higher than most other fields that you can go into in the UK. For my career goals and aspirations, I needed a steep increase in income as I have so many things I want to achieve within the next few coming years. Working at a startup, you can understand it's a startup, right? So you don't get paid as much as you would compared to larger firms. Most of the resources go towards the engineering side of the team, especially in the fintech sector. So I would have had to have waited a lot longer to be able to achieve the goals that I want to within the next 2 to 3 years. Now, working at a startup, as you can imagine, they make roles that the business needs and also change roles to fit business needs. My role that I was working had to change to fit the business needs. So initially I started as an operations and finance intern and then got promoted to an operations and finance analyst, and then the third title I was going to be given was compliance and customer satisfaction support or manager or something like that. And when my role started to shift slowly, I kind of wasn't sure whether it would be a great fit for me because I never saw myself working in compliance at all whatsoever in my life. I have 2 friends that work in compliance, and I just knew it wasn't the role for me. I did still try it out to see like if I would end up enjoying it, and then I quickly realized that I don't actually think it's the best fit for me and my characteristics and my personality. Working at a startup is that you may have one role, but you can very much so be given another. So I also worked in HR. I was essentially HR. I was doing all of the stuff that HR would do, for example, paying employees, etc, etc. And it wasn't the biggest deal. It was just tasks that I had to do here and there, but honestly when I go to work I definitely know I want to be doing something I'm passionate about, not just thinking, oh, it's just one of those things. And compile all these jobs together, so finance, operations, HR, compliance, that's 4 jobs in one role for one person, and at times it could be quite taxing on me because there was just so many moving parts that I needed to keep track of, which did make it fun and exciting, but also I knew many of those moving parts weren't actually things that I was interested in. That is another reason that kind of sparked the change in me. I needed to figure out what I was passionate for, which is also another reason why I did leave the fintech startup to go and work at a large asset manager. Passion. So I feel like I've said this so many times before, but I always saw myself working in finance, corporate finance, finance and banking, in asset management or private banking wealth. So I kind of left that and put that to bed once I got my job at the fintech startup. But when it came down to it and me actually pursuing tech outside of my working hours in my own time, trying to figure out what's going on right now, it actually wasn't that interesting to me. But I would always find myself reading articles on the FT or whatever Instagram pages I followed and seeing like, oh my gosh, this has happened, what does this mean, trying to figure all of that out. And it's really weird as well because I was kind of making content surrounding around banking and finance, and that's what I'd get really excited about. But if I was to make content around working in tech, it was just like I kind of felt like I had to because that was my job at the time. I quickly found myself feeling like, am I actually doing something I want to do, or am I doing it because I have to do it and I'm settling for something just because it provides job security? That's one thing I definitely know I did not want for myself, to be in a position where I'm going to work every day and it's kind of just like I'm just doing it because it pays the bills, or I'm doing it because I get a paycheck at the end of the month. I always knew I'm someone that wants to be passionate about what they're doing, or just do something that I kind of enjoy. And I would spend most of my weeks doing KYC checks, which is know your customer, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. Like, yeah, I was doing it and I was trying my best to almost make myself enjoy it, make myself want to learn more about it. But I mean, you have to call a spade a spade. If you're not interested in something, like, don't force it. It's like someone that's not an academic trying to force themselves to be an academic. Like, it just doesn't work. And I would say the honest point in time for me when I realized that I need to pursue my career in finance, my dream of pursuing a career in finance, I need to go after that, I need to chase that, I want that, when I was told I would be heading up a team eventually, somewhat sooner rather than later. I would almost say a light bulb went off in my head, because it was like a moment where I was like, how am I going to teach a team something I'm sure I am not passionate about? What am I passionate about? Like, what would I ideally want to train someone in, teach someone in, progress within that environment? And that was finance, specifically asset management, by the way. When I thought about progressing in asset management and working my way through the ranks, like, I got excited. Like, it was genuinely something that lit a fire up in me, how I would achieve A, B and C to get to the next position, to get the next promotion, to get to the next level. And that's when I realized, like, yeah, this is what I need to do. So yeah, I've gotten the job, which I'm really grateful for, and I'm really excited to get stuck in. My start date got delayed, so when you're seeing this, I would be starting hopefully my first week of work. Yeah, it's a whole saga. But yeah, what was really funny was that when I was interviewing for the role that I secured now, my now manager asked me, why would you leave the fintech startup when it seems like you're making waves there? And I actually just told him, I have to go after my passion. I have to pursue that. I would shoot myself in the foot if I did not go after something I've always wanted. One thing I love about myself, which can actually be a pain sometimes, is that I don't settle for anything at all in all aspects of life. I put myself in the mindset of, if I'm 30 and I didn't try to pursue my career in finance, and I didn't try to go after my dream of working at an asset manager in client services, what would I think? And I'm so critical of myself. I knew that this is something I definitely had to do. Whether it's the biggest regret I'll ever have or the best decision I've ever made, I guess we're gonna see, guys. And I'll be taking you along on this journey with me. I feel like it's so important for me to discuss these things with you. Well, most importantly because you guys asked me to, but also because it's okay. Like, I don't like settling, and I feel like a lot of people get scared to throw themselves in the deep end. Knowing that I needed to go on this journey, taking this huge leap of faith, and actually landing what has always been my dream job, which is still quite wild. It's something I'm excited to journey on. Like, never be too afraid to take a leap or to feel like you're making huge sacrifices for your future. I mean, that's the point of 20s living, right? We do the things that we want to, that are wild, outrageous, brave, scary, fun, thrilling, exciting now. Because we can't be doing this in our mid-30s if we've got kids and a family and major responsibilities and properties or whatever it may be. But yeah, so that's why I'm more than happy to be here as the guinea pig. And that's a wrap. So thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Remember to smash that subscribe button and give your girl a massive thumbs up. I'm so happy and excited to take you guys on this journey with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Always pursue what you want to pursue in life. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we out.